Hearing about the complexities of navigating identity, public service, and Hinduphobia in American political life was a fitting end to the day, filled with deep reflection, critical insights, and meaningful dialogue. We've covered a lot of ground today, examining how erasure operates across media, education, psychology, politics, and public life, and what it means for Hindu Americans and our allies around the world. These conversations are not just academic, they're about real people, real communities, and the urgent need to reclaim our stories. To close out Understanding Hinduphobia 2025, we're honored to hear final remarks from two key leaders who helped bring this event to life. First, we'll hear from Jaymin Kathiriya, the National President of Hindu YUVA. Under his leadership, Hindu YUVA has continued to empower Hindu youth across the United States, fostering leadership, cultural pride, and service. Hindu YUVA's commitment to cultivating thoughtful and resilient leaders is reflected in their co-hosting of today's conference, providing a platform to address Hinduphobia from multiple perspectives. Jayminji will share his thoughts on the significance of today's discussions and the important role that Hindu youth play in shaping the narrative moving forward. Following his remarks, Induji will close out the conference with some final words. It has been my pleasure to be your MC for Session 3 of Understanding Hinduphobia Through Erasure. Dhanyavad to all of y'all joining today. May these conversations inspire continued dialogue, action, compassion, and community. Namaste.
Namaste, and thank you so much, Adya, for the introduction and a wonderful emceeing in the last session. What an incredible privilege it has been to witness this moment. Starting from initial conversations about wanting to collaborate with Understanding Hinduphobia, to streamlining a local team to executing this conference. It has really been amazing to see the issue-based collaborations with our allies coming to fruition and really understand that the erasure of minority religions is a shared experience across several cultures. In fact, learning from our speakers from the Native American community, from the Alawi faith, and the Jewish and Israeli community, I hope that our listeners it has been incredibly clear that the tools to erase our voices, presence, and contributions are really similar. That, for Hindus, the use and weaponization of these tools is not accidental, but ideologically motivated. And I'm also incredibly grateful of our student speakers who reminded me of the time when I was an undergrad, trying to start a Hindu club on campus, and had faced the same exact issues, same biases, erasure of our festivals, diluting our Hindu identity with terms like South Asian, Festival of Lights, the Color Run, and gaslighting anyone who spoke for Hindu issues. If I say that now, it may seem that not much has changed because we talked about the same exact things. However, I would argue that a lot has changed. We have several Hindu organizations, including HinduYUVA, with presence at 90 plus universities, along with Hindu Students Council, who have worked and strived incredibly hard to normalize the Hindu experience and voice on campuses. We have community organizations and initiatives like Understanding Hinduphobia that are putting up these incredibly meaningful resources that give us words and a voice to articulate our experiences. Importantly, I'll narrate why this conference just today was important. I was listening to the talk after lunch about the erasure of the Native American culture, the systematic one. And I have a 4-year-old, and he was sitting next to me, and he asked who was talking. And between the two of us, it ended up becoming a 5-minute conversation about who the Native Americans are, why their contributions are really important, and why their voices matter. So if nothing else, this ended up becoming a really important and teaching moment for both of us and his learning as a 4-year-old. Sure, one could say that this is just one person, or one 4-year-old, but how do we collectively move forward? I think, at least in my personal experiences, I've been really lucky to have been part of several community organizations, including Hindu Swayamsevak Sangh, that emphasizes creating really some sort of a butterfly effect, where individuals who build their own characters, their own values, and their own skills, and become aware Hindus who understand the necessity of coming together as a community. HinduYUVA allows a platform and space to put that philosophy in practice. And we have already seen impact on our over 130 university campuses over the last 18 years of Hindu YUVA's existence, where collectively over 120,000 students have participated in Hindu activities, learning about Hinduism, learning about Hindu Dharma. And really, today, it feels like to me just the beginning. And how we move forward from here together as a community, keeping everybody together, bringing everybody along, and keeping our allies every step of the way. And with that, I would say thank you so much to all the volunteers who put their time, and specifically Dr. Indu Viswanathan ji, who really spearheaded this particular effort and drove us along with her. And I will close my remarks. Thank you so much.
Namaste, and thank you, Jaymin ji, for those thoughtful words. I'm not going to take too much more of your time. As we come to the close of Understanding Hinduphobia 2025, Hinduphobia Through Erasure, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who made this conference such a success. With nearly 500 people registered, the level of engagement and participation we witnessed speaks to how deeply this work resonates with our communities. Although I knew what was planned for today, I had no idea that unraveling layers of erasure for an entire day would impact me so profoundly, while simultaneously making me feel so motivated to continue this work. For that, a sincere thank you to our remarkable speakers for sharing your insights, experiences, and expertise. Your voices have been invaluable in helping us explore and understand the complexities of Hinduphobia and erasure as it impacts so many other communities. We are also incredibly grateful to HinduYUVA at UT Dallas for their support and partnership in making this event possible. I want to give a special shout out to our delightful MCs, Swami, Sri, and Adya, whose warmth, energy, and thoughtful guidance helped the conference flow so smoothly. And most importantly, thank you to every single person who took time out of your day to attend and support this important work. Your presence and engagement are what truly make gatherings like this impactful. If you'd like to revisit any of the sessions or share them with others, I'm pleased to share that the entire conference will be available on YouTube in the coming weeks. Stay tuned for details on how to access the recordings. We will also share how you can support the work we do at UH. Thank you once again for being here, for caring about this work, and for continuing these crucial conversations beyond today. Wishing you all the best as we move forward together. Namaste.